The history of the Norfolk and Western Railroad, a legacy of power and innovation. Welcome to today's video. In the next 10 minutes, we're diving deep into the history of one of America's most powerful and influential railroads, the Norfolk and Western Railway. From its early expansion to its world-class steam locomotives, the role of Roanoke, Virginia, and the transition to diesel, we'll cover it all. Along the way, we'll explore some legendary locomotives like the J-Class, A-Class, and Y6B, and break down what made them some of the most powerful, efficient steam engines ever built. So sit back, relax, and let's hit the rails. Section 1. The Norfolk and Western Railroad roots stretch back to the early 19th century, beginning with the Norfolk and Petersburg Railroad in 1831. Over time, it expanded and merged with other rail lines, forming the Norfolk and Western Railroad in 1870. This road was instrumental in transporting coal from the rich Appalachian deposits to industrial centers across the eastern United States, fueling the steel industry and providing energy for a rapidly growing nation. Unlike many other railroads that focused on passenger travel, Norfolk and Western specialized in freight, particularly coal. The company quickly became one of the most profitable and efficient railroads in America, thanks in large part to its incredible steam locomotives. Section 2. Roanoke, Virginia, the heart of Norfolk and Western. Roanoke, Virginia became the beating heart of the Norfolk and Western Railway in 1881. The company established the Roanoke Shops, which was a massive locomotive manufacturing and repair facility. Unlike most railroads that relied on external locomotive manufacturers like Baldwin and Alco, Norfolk and Western designed and built many of its own steam engines right here in Roanoke, allowing them to create machines that were perfectly suited for the steep Appalachian grades and the heavy coal they carried. The Roanoke Shops produced some of the most legendary locomotives in American history, locomotives that combine power, efficiency, and innovation. Let's take a look at the three most iconic engines to come from this era: the J-Class, A-Class, and Y6B. Section 3. Iconic locomotives: J-Class, A-Class, and Y6B. The J-Class locomotives were the crown jewel of the Norfolk and Western's passenger fleet. Introduced in the early 1940s, these 484 Northern-type locomotives were built for both power and speed. Capable of producing around 5,100 horsepower, the J-Class could reach speeds of over 100 miles an hour, making them some of the fastest steam locomotives ever built. Despite their power, these locomotives were also remarkably efficient, with a tractive effort of 80,000 pounds, which was enough to pull a 15-passenger car train with ease. Their sleek, streamlined design meant they weren't just fast, they were stunning to look at, emphasizing the golden age of luxury rail travel with their iconic black, Tuscan red, and gold paint scheme. They drew the eyes of the public. While the J-Class dominated passenger service, the A-Class ruled the freight division. These 2664 articulated locomotives were built for hauling heavy loads over steep grades. Producing an astonishing 6,300 horsepower, they could handle more than 13,000 tons of coal in a single run, making them an indispensable part of Norfolk and Western's operations. When it came to raw strength, nothing could compare to the Y6B. These 2882 articulated locomotives were absolute monsters, generating 5,500 horsepower, an incredible tractive effort of 166,000 pounds. Designed for the heaviest of coal trains, the Y6B could move over 15,000 tons of coal in a single haul, making them some of the most powerful steam locomotives ever built. Even as diesel locomotives began taking over in the 1950s, the Y6B remained in service much longer than most other steam engines, thanks to their unmatched power and efficiency. But eventually, even those mighty giants couldn't hold off the march of progress. Section 4. Dieselization and the end of steam. By the late 1950s, diesel locomotives were becoming the new standard in railroading. Diesel engines required less maintenance, could run longer distances without refueling, and didn't need the extensive infrastructure that steam locomotives required. In the 1960s, the Norfolk and Western ran its last revenue steam operation, making the end of an era. Though steam had powered the railroads to greatness, diesel technology had taken over, leading to a new chapter in the company's history. Section 5. the birth of Norfolk Southern. While Norfolk and Western had been a dominant force in the coal industry, it recognized the need to diversify its freight operations. In 1982, Norfolk and Western merged with the Southern Railway to form Norfolk Southern, a move that combined two of the most successful and well-managed railroads in the eastern United States. The merger created a transportation powerhouse that expanded far beyond coal, focusing on intermodal shipping, automotive transport, and freight services. Today, Norfolk Southern operates over 19,000 miles of track in 22 states, spanning from the Midwest to the Atlantic coast, northeast down to the Gulf of Mexico. The company has become a leader in modern rail logistics, investing heavily in advanced locomotive technology, automation, and sustainable rail operations. Many of its locomotives include the powerful GE ES44AC and the SD70 ACE. These are equipped with state-of-the-art fuel efficiency systems and emissions reduction technology. While Norfolk Southern has evolved into a modern freight railway, the legacy of Norfolk and Western lives on in its iconic locomotives, its role in the coal industry, and the vital infrastructure of Roanoke. These engines, from the J-Class to the Y6B, represent a time when railroads were the backbones of American industry and innovation. So there you have it, the history of the Norfolk and Western Railroad. From its origins in Virginia to its legacy in modern railroading, Norfolk and Western helped shape the transportation and economic landscape of the United States, and even today Norfolk Southern continues to honor that legacy. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on your thoughts of the history of Norfolk and Western. We'd love to hear about your favorite locomotives or memories of traveling by train. Until next time, keep on the track and stay curious.